I know you guys watch this channel just for her, so this is the beast. She's gonna go and destroy everything because she's reorganizing. Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be a cozy weekend reading vlog where I will attempt to get out of a reading slump that I'm sensing coming. We don't want to even acknowledge it too much because I don't want it to be a thing, but when I was preparing my November TBR, I started realizing that nothing was tempting me. So I tried to focus on books that you told me were very readable and a little shorter, and we're going to hope that we can fix that this weekend. We just want to have fun, you know? So we have two possibilities. The first one is Start a Villain by John Scalzi. I have read a couple of his books and they tend to be funny kind of sci-fi books, and it's short, it's like 250 pages, and it has a cat as a character, as Claudia is doing her nails on my chair. You little poo-poo head. I had kind of forgotten that this was a new release from this year, and I mean, you can see on the cover, there's a cat. I have cats. I'm a crazy cat lady. You guys told me that they actually play a role in the story, so like, why not? He tends to write, like I said, funny books. They tend to be kind of dad jokes a little bit, but they're super readable, so I feel like easily something I could go through normally. We'll see if it saves me this weekend or not. And the second possibility, which is a bad idea, but it's an idea, but I've heard it's super readable, so that might save me. It has in the past, okay? Sometimes you don't need to read a book that's going to be a 5-star to get out of your reading slump. It just, you need something that you can go through really quickly. So, Captive Prince, hear me out. I have heard that I might hate this, but again, that it's super readable. This is why fantasy and romance is not really the right word. I believe there are some spicy scenes in here. This cover is like making it so much worse, to be honest. But I've heard that especially book 2 and 3 become way better and a lot more like world building that is interesting. I want to give it a shot, okay? Essentially, I read the selection at one point. I keep saying that it was a fever dream, okay? A weekend, I was sick. I binge read the whole trilogy, and I think this could be something similar. If it goes badly, I'll just go back to reading something else. It's not the end of the world. I can't even say it. So that might happen. I believe this is like an enemies to eventually lovers situation, and curiosity killed the cat, literally. So maybe, I know. So I know which one I should focus on. The last possibility that is also a lot more reasonable is The Dollmakers, which this is an adult fantasy standalone that I've heard is a little cozy. And the magic system seemed more unique and interesting. People that have magical powers create these dolls that are protecting them against demons. That's all I know. And I feel like that could work for me. It's a bit thicker though. It's not even really thick. It's just, again, the reading slump, right? So these are my possibilities. I feel like I know which ones are the reasonable answers. I know. But sometimes the unreasonable stuff works because they're just super readable. There's a reason this is popular, you know? And this might be what saves me, and this might not. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to try this one. If it goes badly, I'll move to this one. If this one goes badly, I'll go to the other one. But if this goes well, I might still give this one a shot because I'm curious. Okay, you can't blame me. I feel like you get sucked into the hype too. I'm like you. So I think this is going to be the order I attempt them in. And like I said, if it goes well, I'll read for a week. If it goes badly, I'll just do a weekend because the low bar is for me. I feel like I have quite a few things that I would like to do this weekend. I've been decluttering a little bit, which I feel like has been really nice for me. But I feel like I need like a cozy weekend, relaxing a little bit, cuddling the cats, which brings me to today's sponsor. Thank you so much to June's Journey for sponsoring this video. They are a free to download video game where you're trying to solve a murder mystery, specifically the murder of the main female character's sister and her husband. So you don't know what happened and you're just trying to piece things together throughout the game, getting more information, more of the family secrets. It's set in the 1920s, so you get all the glamorous settings, the cute backgrounds, and the music to go with it. It's essentially a hidden object mystery game, so you get a list of objects to find on the screen, and it becomes more and more challenging over time. And there are more and more objects to find. You can decide to be as competitive as you want throughout the game, or you can do it pretty relaxed. Personally, I started relaxed and then I got really into it. Either way, as I like to say, this is the least stressful way to solve a murder mystery, and frankly, the only way I would want to do it. You also get to decorate your island, which I'm frankly terrible at, so I will include pictures of prettier versions of what I've done. Personally, I just finished chapter 4, so I'm definitely getting really into it, but if you are interested in checking it out, I will be putting all the information in the description box so you can download it. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a cozy game to play with. So on that note, I will go ahead and start this one because cats, we'll see how things go. And I'll show you my own cats because they are a little crazy. I haven't spent as much time with them as I wanted to this week, so we're going to do that. Cozy weekend. Let's go. Let me show you the first beast. Claudia. She's been so needy. And I'm pretty sure it's because she hates the baby, but look at that paw. That's why I'm always worried about her slapping me, which is her favorite thing. She used to do that as a baby, so it's definitely just a her thing. She doesn't hate me, she loves me, but she just likes to slap people. So I'm only 2 chapters in, which you can't really tell. And yeah, okay, fine. This is going to solve my... Are you dirty? This is going to solve my reading slump that I'm not really having, okay? We don't want to admit it. So thank you, Charlie, for the distraction. But literally instantly there are cats, which but the humor in general is funny. So for example, page 16, they're saying have been found by a kitten, which is like the right way of actually wording it because everyone knows cat distribution system. That's what happened to me 4 times. To be fair, it was only 2 times because I had the luck of opening the door to a cat full of cats. So I ended up with the 3 kittens right away and then another one a year later. So that's how I ended up as a crazy cat lady. But the next page, there's another one where he says, besides when a kitten walks up to you and makes demands, what are you going to do? Say no? I repeat, I'm not a monster. Which, again, very, very valid. What are you supposed to do? I didn't say no to mine. How could I say no to this little thing? Which Charlie is very busy right now making biscuits. And he's terrible at it, by the way. Is that what you want? Is the worst by far at making biscuits, but yeah. And then there's this third post-it right away, 3 chapters in. Yes, I love you. I was saying how this author in general is funny, often dad jokes, but in this one, page 18, he's saying how in the journalist trade, which, don't lick me, I'm wearing makeup, cuckoo. But he's saying how in the journalist trade, because the main character is, or was, a journalist, they're calling tinted window, heavily tinted windows of certain cars, peasant blockers. So far, I'm enjoying the book, needless to say. So I'll update you as things go, but I'll include the cats considering apparently the cats will be a big part of the book. So there's that. I'm happy. Okay, so that took me about 2 seconds to have more to say because in chapter 3, there are a few things I wanted to talk about. The first thing is he already had a cat and then a kitten found him. So he's bringing the kitten in and apparently his cat accepts him right away, which not fair because when I got Chip, the adorable little baby here, when he showed up 4 months ago, my cats hated him. 2 of them, Claudia and Chunky, were hissing like crazy, and Charlie, this baby, who is by far my sweetest baby, was actually growling and stalking him. I've never seen him act like that. He hated that cat. And to be completely fair, he still doesn't like him. At this point, he tolerates him, which is all I care about. He doesn't attack him or anything. They can eat next to each other. I can leave them alone. This is all I care about. But he still hasn't accepted him. Look at him. Does he not look very sweet? And this cat licks everything and everyone. You just saw him, he was licking my hand. I can't even leave his sweater alone because he will eat it. But he hasn't licked a baby once, which I've been saying this is going to be my sign that he has been accepted. Chunky has, because Chunky is a sweetie. Chunky tries to clean him, but the baby just starts playing and fighting. So it doesn't work, but he's trying. He's the only one that's trying to love him. But that's what I mean by, he doesn't help himself. Why are you doing this? He's being nice to you, and you're just fighting him. He's just trying to lick him. Poor him, he's trying, and the baby is just biting him. And I even caught Claudia the other day licking him. Didn't last, because again, he did the same thing, and she ran away. But the day Charlie does it, the way he does it, I will know that he's been fully accepted into the house, which... So yeah, not fair that his cat did it right away. And also, you didn't mention doing any treatments on the baby, which mine was full of fleas. When I took him in, I had to give him a bath right away and go and buy some treatments for all 4 cats so I wouldn't be full of fleas in this house. And luckily that worked, but the ear mites, I'm still dealing with it 4 months later. So I'm really jealous that he doesn't seem to have to do that. Not realistic, okay? And then right after, they're saying how people choose cat names through 3 different categories, and I have found my category. They're saying how either food, physical characteristic, which is what I do, and mythology, which I've also done. So Chunky is chunky, and Claudia has an extra like giant tum, so that works too. And then we have Charlie, because everyone calls their cats or their pets Charlie. And then Chip, because I just wanted to keep going with the C. At mythology, their mom, the 3 cats, the 3 OG babies, their mom, I called her Persephone, which I'm very sad to say that this is what he called the baby, the kitten in the book. And now I'm going to be heartbroken throughout the whole book, because this was the mom. She was stunning, but she hated her babies. And I tried for almost a year to make her accept them, and she didn't want to. And I found a new house for her, which I'm still sad about, but she's much happier the last time I heard. So yeah, apparently I do mostly physical characteristic and mythology. If you have pets, do you follow the same thing? Let me know which category works for you. Also, and again with the humor, there's another character saying it knew a sucker when it saw one, which, yeah, clearly the cat distribution system knows that I'm the sucker, which, there, that's Chip. I can't be alone 5 seconds. They will always come and cuddle me. It does help that I currently have a heated blanket on me, so I will choose to believe that they just love me that much. Also, I just realized that I forgot earlier to mention the dedication because it made me laugh. The last paragraph specifically, it says also to Sugar, Spice, and Smudge, which clearly I'm not the only one that sticks to 1 letter for names. My current set of cats, you are all a real pain in my ass, and I love your stupid furry faces. I relate. Right, baby? I've just been called out. It's saying how your fine 2 cats are nowhere near crazy cat person level. That's true. 4 is, though. 4 it definitely is. I feel like 2 is like the normal amount, and anything over that. But like I said, I had no choice. What was I going to say now? To this? Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. So I've accepted it. It's fine. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep showing you a few like little bits like that when they happen. I'll start telling you whenever I feel like it's a spoiler, but I think this is going to be a really good book. So, and since there's a bunch of cats in there, I might as well show you my cats too. Look at Chip. He's very, very comfortable in this house. Do you know his favorite time to cuddle me? Because when he first came in, he was not cuddly. He's still not super cuddly. He's friendly though. But his favorite time to cuddle me is when I wake up either very early or in the middle of the night to go pee. Yeah, that's when he likes to cuddle me. I will just hear him pity-pat him, running towards me and jumping on my lap, purring like crazy. So every time I'm like, how long am I supposed to stay here? Because I want the cuddles. He doesn't cuddle that often. But at the same time, I want to go back to bed. So, Mr. choosing his right time. Okay, I'll update you once I'm further into the book, but I think this is going to be a good one. You were right, okay? So I have some good and some bad news. The good news is that I've made more progress and I'm still very much enjoying the book. I'll update you on that in a second. The bad news is that I'm a silly goose. And I forgot that I am now on my winter schedule, which means that I don't have time to do fun stuff in my vlogs. Because I wanted to make this a fun, cozy vlog, but I realized after like 4 p.m. at this point, especially with the time change now, I'm not productive. I don't know about you. It's dark. No. So I had to spend basically all day today. I had a few things to do, but basically filming. And tomorrow I will have to edit for a good portion of the day because I'm posting a video every 2 days until the end of the year. I finished preparing my schedule, so like I'm all ready. Plus I somehow started doing really long videos because I've become way too chatty. So yeah, it means that this vlog is still going to be, you know, one good book, hopefully, but so far so good. But yeah, no other content. I mean, I can talk about, I'm currently eating in bed. These are the best dates I have tried. I used to not like dates because at home we only had these dry, crusty ones from a box that were not good. But these are so fresh and moist, and I just realized that they are made in Montreal, so that's probably why they're so fresh. They're from here. But yeah, these are delicious. I can link those down below. They're fancy ones, but my gosh, they're good. Anyway. Yeah, I'm a silly goose, but my updates, my videos, my schedule is going to be great. Things are going well. I filmed a bunch of videos and they're so long to do. I just filmed the one from reviewing all the books that I read in 2017, so I can choose my #1 best book of that year. And that year I read 116, but then I realized Goodreads for some reason has removed some of the books that I've read. Anyway, but so like the actual number is 119. So I review 119 books in that video, and then I choose a monthly favorite and then my #1 best book of that year. So like it was really long to film and I'm dreading editing it tomorrow. It's gonna be, oh. Anyway, so that's fun. I'm actually really excited about that series. So let's go back to the book because I have made some progress. I'm at page, I think I was at chapter, okay, yeah, it is. So I had 2 more post-its, I think, from the last time or something like that. Gee, Emily. Okay, well, one of them, it's just a joke that I thought was funny. I'm not going to spoil everything from the book. There is just one thing that I will spoil, and it's like a mild spoiler. So mild spoiler if you don't want to hear anything. It doesn't really take away from anything. Like I wouldn't have minded, and I hate spoilers. So I just wasn't expecting sentient animals, which like I feel like I should have known, but there's specifically dolphins that are very rude, which like when you hear about dolphins, like actually hear about them, apparently they are. So you don't know that as a child though. You know, they look so fun, but apparently they're a bunch of problematic animals. But I wasn't expecting class conscious, unionizing dolphins in this book. And it's okay. It's okay. The only book I think I'm going to have time for. But if I'm enjoying it, I don't mind. I feel like that makes all the difference. So I'm going to make a long weekend out of this. And so far, the humor works, okay? And he's really good. So the beginning is very, very strong. Anybody else feels like they've been, what's the word? Not betrayed, but like lied to? I feel like as a kid, you're told like, yeah, you're going to have acne as a teenager, but then it goes away as an adult. When? And it's like one of those like deep under the skin cysts. You probably could see it in the clips beforehand. But like I know I'm about to have my period, but like why am I still like breaking out? To be fair, I haven't in a while, but like it hurts. Anyway, I feel betrayed. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay, never mind. I lied. I have one more update before I go to bed. I'm at page 117. I'm going to keep this spoiler free. I don't want the whole vlog to be spoilers, but I just want to use what's happening to discuss this with you, because I feel like people would like to ask their pet if they like them. I feel like I don't really need to because mine are like obsessed. To be fair, Stockholm syndrome, like who else are they gonna love? I'm the can opener here. But the new baby, and he's getting good though, like very comfortable. The only times I see him being skittish is if he's eating and I'm doing like a quick movement, he runs away. But otherwise, he seems to be very, very comfortable, too comfortable in here. So if we give him a couple more weeks, he will hopefully be over that trauma. It always makes me sad with cats that, you know, the other ones, I saw them being born. So like, I know what they went through, which is nothing. But the other ones, I'm always a bit sad of like, what happened to you? Poor baby. Like he was outside. Like he doesn't love when I scratch him too long on his chest. Probably because he had a bunch of freaking fleas when he came here. That's how I'm choosing to believe. But like, it makes me sad for him. Anyway, I'm at chapter 14, which is almost halfway through. And so far, it's still very good. So I'm very hopeful. You guys were right. Honestly, I should have just listened. Good evening. I wanted to update you on the book because I finished it. Yesterday, I was so busy editing and doing everything, so I ended up reading before bed and I fell asleep so quickly. It's so dark, the time change. The cats have been insane because Chunky specifically likes to meow before it's time for the next meal. And he was just relentless today. I've been trying to push the meals a little bit instead of just pushing them an hour. He doesn't care. So, the book, let's talk about it. I really enjoyed myself. I feel like similarly to his other book, which maybe I should have grabbed, I'll put it on the screen, the one about God's Law, Kaiju Preservation Society. I have similar feelings about them in the sense that I like the humor, I was invested in the characters, but for some reason I feel like I prefer the coziness versus the adventure. Like the other one is definitely like saving the world and this one is definitely saving himself, but still, I liked it, but that was my favorite portion. Anybody else relate? I feel like this could have been almost cozy. Maybe I just like his writing and I wish his stories were cozier for some reason. Anyway, so the main character does inherit his uncle's supervillain society, but really, he has never met him, really. Can you hear them fighting? I cannot deal with them. This little a-hole will not leave his sister alone. He's a bit of a poo-poo head. Let's just be nice and say that. You are so close to getting kicked out. I'm glad you don't understand me. That is one advantage of cats over kids, right? I can say whatever I want. And I threaten them like hard. I'm always telling them, keep going. See what's going to happen to you. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all because you're a cutie little cat, but you don't know what I'm saying. Claudia, you can come in. You were fighting 2 seconds ago. Going back to the book. First off, I do like whenever they put the title of the book somewhere in there and you're like, ah, that's what it meant. Not that starter villain is definitely is that confusing. I also liked at the end they talk about the buttons for cats, like to make them talk. I tried to do that and all that happened was Chunky on his diet that kept pressing asking for the next meal. So they were removed promptly. I probably should do it again, probably just for whenever they want to play or something, but like, I know I'm going to regret it, okay? 4 of them, they're already annoying. I love them, but let's just say it. Anyway, so this man narrates his uncle's business, and then of course people that are also villains come for him and a lot happens, and it was enjoyable. But like I said, I think I liked just in general the writing and the humor more than anything else. So I think this is going to be, I might run it down to a 4. It was exactly what I needed. Okay, it was quick, it was funny, it was entertaining, and it wasn't long. That's all my brain could take at the moment. I'm really happy. Which, by the way, did you notice a difference with the lighting? Because I had a few comments in the video I posted today, and it's because I finally added the second light. Look at the difference. It just, I mean, I don't know how it's going to look like right now because no makeup and it's really, really dark outside, but I feel like it softens usually the contrast of the lights on my face, but I can actually now put 2 different colors in the background too. Let's do like blue and purple or something. I should probably do Christmassy lights instead, but like, isn't that cool? Look at me. I'm going to look like a pro soon. But yeah, who'd have thought that actual professional setting would look nice? Who would have thought? So yeah, in my defense, I needed to get another power bar, and now I do have one, so we're good. What else did I want to update you on? Ooh, my little friend. Let me, because I like to talk about beauty products too. I haven't in forever. Did you see it? It's flat now. So I wanted to give you a little tip, because I used to just put drying products on them because I feel like that's all we all knew to do. It's not my technique anymore. I usually just use a washcloth and put some really hot water on it and just put it on there for like a couple seconds, a few times the first day. And then I just slap on a pimple patch, specifically the Cosrx ones. I have tried a ton. Okay, some of them are so bad. They literally feel like Scotch tape, like there's nothing. But this actually works. It's been my go-to for years, and it just brings everything to a head if there's a need for it, and you just won't be tempted to touch it. It's just 3 days, it's flat. So if you were looking for a tip, that's my tip. Don't go for crazy drying products. You're just going to end up with pimple and dry skin. So that technique didn't work for me, and I'm glad that I've moved on from that. So I didn't mention it, but I did listen to half of Daughter of Mine by Megan Miranda, and so far I'm enjoying it more than I expected. And I don't know if it's because people are harsh in her reviews. I feel like people are harsh about her. I feel like she's chill. It seems mystery, small town, as always. Main character is abandoned by her mother, who is known as a criminal, and she doesn't know who her father is. So she gets adopted by this cop in that small town, and then things happened. The mom really leave, things are starting to happen, blah blah blah. So far so good. I'm like literally 49% into it, so I'll update you, but so far I'm enjoying it more than I expected. So I didn't make a ton of progress reading wise this weekend, but I did film and edit a bunch of videos. Does that constitute a cozy reading vlog? Not really, but I had a good time, which is what matters really at the end of the day. I did also make some progress into June's Journey. I am now at the end of chapter 5, so if you are interested in trying it out, I will put all the information in the description box. And definitely don't want to miss out those videos this week, because like I said, the 2017 all-time favorite video is coming up next, and I'm dying to continue the series. It's been so fun already, and we're just starting. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Do you like me? I'm not sure about you. You're always slapping me.